What's going on, guys? This is Cody with Homestead, and I'm out here with Miss Penelope today and the baby piglets, and it is hot. I think the whole nation right now is under a heat advisory in some way, shape, or form. And if you're out west and you're on fire, I'm praying for you. But today, I'm here to help you with your heat woes, and I'm gonna be showing you how to build the biggest pig water you can. This is 55 gallons of don't have to worry about it. 55 gallons of I fill it up once and I don't worry about it for 2 weeks. The piglets love it, Miss Penelope loves it, and we've been using one for her, but now because Miss Petunia's had babies, we gotta get one for her. So anyways, guys, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna need is one of these 55-gallon food grade barrels. So we had a few from a floating island that was on our property when we bought it. So when we got rid of the front floating island, we had these guys. So we're gonna turn this into our water container. But you may be thinking to yourself, well, Cody, if I cut this lid off, I'm gonna have mosquitoes. It's gonna be open to the air. There's gonna be things falling in it. Don't worry, I've got a super awesome product that I found on Amazon, and I've been using the crap out of it, and I know you're gonna love it too. So don't worry, we're gonna cut these guys off. So first, we're gonna take out, I like to take out these little white things and just use that to cut around. That gives you a good hole to get into, and then you can cut around. So let's go ahead and do that. So the trick to getting these off is you can just use something to pry into these little spaces right here. I've used a screwdriver before, but I found a lot of success with pliers. Just stick it in, expand it to your size, and twist that bad boy off right there. And these aren't too bad. There's no reason to save them because you're going to be cutting through this, and you know there'll be no reason to hold on to it. So next we're going to take our saw, and we're just going to cut around the outside edge here, following this rim of this circle here. Makes it a little bit easier for us. All right, so now we got the lid off. You can see it sitting there. You can see we got a lot of plastic particles here on the outside, and we got some stuff in the inside that's nasty. So what I'm gonna do is, because I'm a clean freak, I'm gonna get my dust buster, bust all this plastic up just so we're nice and neat and we're not putting plastic on the ground. Then I'm gonna wash this out because we don't know how long that stuff's been in there, and I tend to spoil my pigs, so I'm gonna be err on the side of caution. So let me go ahead and get that knocked out, and I'm gonna show you how to actually put in the water nipple so you can have that water. All right, I just got the barrel washed out. I know some of you are probably thinking, Cody, why are you inside your garage besides all your tools are in there? And the answer is it's just hot. It is so hot, and it's gonna get hotter. Our heat index is 105 to 110, and it fills all of it. So at least here in the garage, I'm in the shade. But let's go ahead and get that hole done. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making ourselves a hole inside of the barrel so that our bulkhead fitting can go in and out, and we can get that thing locked in there. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll show you how I do it. Okay, so what I've got here is a 1-inch bulkhead fitting from Lifeguard, and I'm going to put the link to the exact one that I use down in the description below, so you guys can see exactly what I'm using, the exact products I'm using. So we've got this, and then in order for us to actually make the hole, we've got this little 1-inch hole bit here that I'm gonna put into my drill. So let me go ahead and get that done, and I'm gonna show you what the next step is. So a real quick rule of thumb is you don't wanna go too low. I know the idea is you wanna get as much water as possible here, but you got to remember you are giving these to adult pigs. So I like to go right up in this by this like this first line here. This is generally a good area that the pigs don't have to crouch down or crane their necks to get to. They can get to this pretty easy. And the second thing, and it's probably the most important thing, at least in my opinion, if you go this high, the pigs, there's enough water still in here that the pigs can't tip this over. My pigs love tipping over their water and playing in the mud and making mud holes. So this is a good tip on how not to have a giant mud hole in your yard. So let's go ahead and get this hole done. So real quick, before we go any further, I want you to know that these are reverse threaded. So you're seeing me spin here, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, and it's not going on. However, we go the other way. It goes right on. Crap. it goes right on. So just something to remember, because I almost drove myself crazy one day and I forgot that. So see, I'll help you save you some sanity. We got that nice and tight now. Got a good seal there. So now let me introduce you to one of my favorite products that I found on Amazon. And I just think it's such a simple product and it works so well. And it fixes this problem here with a hole. It's just a lid and it works amazing. Check it out. So here on my Homestead, I love things that are simple and that work well and don't take a lot of effort, because the more effort you're putting into something, the more stressed out you're going to be. And I think low mentally effort things, or low mental effort things, are the best. So we've got this lid here, right? And how easy it is. Sorry, there was a spider nest on the bottom and I just grabbed it. So this is one of these lids I was talking about. They're from Wild Game Innovations. I actually have a deer feeder by them. I didn't even know this was something that they made, but yeah, it just so happens that they come from the same place. So here's what's really cool about this lid. Not only does it fit perfect, it comes with these guys, little wing screws. So this lid has holes on each side that are pre-screwed, and all you got to do is feed this wing I keep saying wing nut, but wing screw in, and it locks this lid down onto this barrel. And I'm not going to put it in all the way, but you can see here it goes right on the side. So we're going to take this out because we got to go take it out there and fill it up. Yeah, this is such a cool little thing that fixes a problem, because I know plenty of people who've used these barrels and their number one complaint to me is, Cody, I cut the lid off and then I get mosquitoes. Then I don't know what to do. I got a problem. It's you know, leaves are falling in, dust is falling in, dirt's falling in. And this right here, it's the simplest solution, and I will put the link down in the description. Trust me, do yourself a favor. This is a great little product and great remedy, great problem solver. Let me show you how to put that water faucet in and you'll be good to go. All right, so now it's time to put that water faucet in. So we got this little box right here, and these are our water nipples. Grow up. I know, I'm just joking. I think it's funny too, water nipple. But some of you guys may remember these. This is the same box that I bought almost 2 years ago when I made this video right here, talking about like when we first got the pigs. So we're gonna go ahead and get this put in. Okay, so we got our nipple here, and the only thing you're gonna need is a little bit of plumber's tape. So all I'm gonna do is put me a little ring of plumber's tape here on this bad boy. Go ahead and get this up here for the camera. And I like to go around a couple times just because some of it does come off when you're screwing it in, and you know, it does help it last just a little bit longer. You don't want to go too much, so that's probably good right there. And we're going to tighten that bad boy up, and we're going to press all that plumber's tape down into those grooves so it's nice and articulated like that. And here's the easy part. We're just going to screw this in. Now I will say you can hand tighten it for a bit, right? Another reason I love being here in the shop, all my tools are in the shop. Now I have my vice grips, and we're just gonna lock these guys on, and we're gonna tighten it up just a little bit more. And I'm just gonna roll it around. After I've done all that, I'm just gonna recheck my seal one time, because we did do a lot of turning, and I wanna make sure my seal is nice and tight, and it is. So now let's get this bad boy filled up, and we'll get Miss Petunia her new water. Whoosha. Get it over here in the shade for the baby. All right, we're gonna get filled up, and hopefully it won't leak or there won't be any issues to it. See, look, she's already trying to use it. 1 second, Miss Petunia. It does take a minute to fill up, but as you can see, Miss Petunia was already trying to use it. And just for clickbait, look at the piglets, look at the piggies. It's so weird. Petunia's piglets do not like to be touched. Penelope's, they love us. They like don't mind getting petted or loved on. It's just a weird dynamic. But Petunia was a little bit of a rebel when she was a baby too, so maybe it runs in the family. All right, so we're almost done filling up the water container. Let me get the lid on and we'll finish up. All right guys, and that's all there is to it. That water probably took me 15 minutes to put together. That's with cutting the hole, cleaning up the plastic, drilling the hole, and putting in the water faucet. But yeah, that's all there is to it. And now we have a huge portion of our work automated here on the homestead, which makes life easier for us, and that's a huge win. All the links to the products that I use to make this water are down in the description below, so be sure if you're looking for those, click those links. It'll take you right to Amazon. You can get them for yourself. Exactly the products that I use and I tested. That's my thing. I'm a real homesteader and I'm using real products, and I'm making sure that you guys are getting the best on the ground, boots on the ground information that I can provide you. But anyways, if you found this video helpful, be sure you drop that like and subscribe. It does way more for the channel than you have any idea. And if you're feeling extra generous, hit the hype button down below. It does wonders for the channel to push the video out and get it in front of people who need to see it. But look folks, this has been Cody with Homestead. Appreciate you watching today. Out here.